Because there is a new, speaking of food, hotspot in West Harlem. It's serving up drinks, it's serving up food, and get this, it's aboard an aircraft carrier. It is called the Baylander Steel Beach. It's a retired military aircraft that even went to the Vietnam War. It also has the distinguished title of being the smallest aircraft carrier in the world, and now it's simply a new hotspot in Harlem. Take a look. This retired mini military vessel is a big hit in Harlem. The Baylander Steel Beach opened in July and has not had any problems commanding a crowd.
Having a restaurant on an aircraft carrier didn't happen overnight.
Michael Trank runs the Baylander. His family bought the ship 8 years ago at an auction. It was docked in Brooklyn for years and used as an event space and historical vessel offering tours and educational programs. But then a new life uptown came calling.
We were contacted by the West Harlem piers, and the goal was to try to activate the pier and bring something to this community which was unlike anything else in any other community.
Mission accomplished. It took about 3 years to transform the former helicopter training facility into a bar and restaurant.
We have lobster roll, we have clam strips, we have shrimp tacos, and I own a hamburger company called Lucky's Famous Burgers, so we have our famous hamburgers and fries and hot dogs. We have some frozen drinks, Baylander Steel Beach lemonade, we have a frosé, we have some great cocktails.
This rare restaurant pulled off an incredible feat, opening right in the middle of the pandemic.
During COVID, this became the perfect opportunity for us because it's an outdoor venue that's safe, that is socially distanced, and we're on the Hudson with a beautiful breeze.
Some folks are born made to wave the flag, ooh, they're red, white, and blue.
The Baylander started out life in 1968 as a harbor utility craft, used to haul soldiers, cargo, and even tanks in the Vietnam War. In 1986, it was converted into a helicopter landing trainer, so technically it was an aircraft carrier.
And then they used it for 25 years, and they had over 122,000 landings on board at that time.
Scott Keon is the captain of the Baylander. He spent more than 20 years working on another New York aircraft carrier you may have heard of, the Intrepid. And while the Baylander is much smaller,
it's a lot more work. I'm the electrician, I'm the plumber, I'm the captain.
His favorite thing about this ship?
We have all the charts, we have all the books, we have every piece of equipment that would normally be on a ship. Normally that would be removed. It became a time capsule.
If you drink too much, you will get seasick because, everything starts to sway, and so then you sway.
Alyssa Rambo and her friends are repeat customers who live in the neighborhood.
It's just like a really comfortable vibe that makes you feel like I'm not in a pandemic. Everyone's very responsible and clean, and they take very good precautions, but it's also like, they want you to feel welcome.
My wife just picks up on things like that, a new place to eat, a new place to hang out.
Robert Williams Jr. can thank his wife for discovering the Baylander. As a native New Yorker, he's happy to see some action at the West Harlem piers.
Adding this sort of venue, it's just a plus to the area. It's a significant plus.
For Trank, the Baylander is more than a quirky new hotspot. He's a longtime New York bar and restaurant owner, running Prohibition on the Upper West Side for more than 2 decades, which was closed because of the pandemic. Trank used the Baylander to help his employees from there stay afloat.
I brought the entire team here, and it was a beautiful transition. And I have the best staff in the world.
Although the party's outdoors, Trank says safety remains a priority. Temperature checks are taken as people board the ship. Tables and chairs are spaced 6 feet apart, and guests must wear masks everywhere on the boat except at their table. The COVID restrictions don't seem to dampen the moods of folks happy to have a new spot to enjoy some food and fun.
The community has welcomed us with open arms, and it's been a really fantastic experience.
I cannot wait to go visit the good folks at the Baylander Steel Beach, and the owner Michael says that he's actually heard from former soldiers who were on the Baylander and hopes that they too can find a nice reprise on the Baylander. So I see a field trip in our future.